To the Minister of Finance, are the downward revisions in the growth forecasts a sign that the government's economic plan is not working?
The Honourable Bill English.
No.
The Honourable David Cunliffe.
So nice of him to wake up, Mr. Speaker.
Order.
Does he stand by his statement, quote, "I want to stress that New Zealand starts from a reasonable position in dealing with the uncertainty of our economic outlook"?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, in that statement I would have been referring to the level of government debt at the time, now 2 years ago. Since then there have been a series of unexpected shocks ranging from finance company collapses through and including a couple of earthquakes. And the fact is that, as the IMF have said this morning, when you put it alongside the level of private debt held in New Zealand, we have every reason to worry about the growth in government debt.
The Honourable David
Mr.
Cunliffe.
Speaker, given his admission that the government started from a reasonable position, how did his tax package contribute to the decline in the economy over the past 2 years that had him admitting the earthquake was a contributor to National's double-dip recession?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the tax packages the government has announced have been self-funding. That is, that tax reductions in income tax have been offset by increases in other taxes. And in our view, like our investment in infrastructure, our focus on a better performing public sector and support for better educational standards, these are all investments in the long-term improvement in New Zealand's economic performance.
The
Speaker,
Honourable David Cunliffe.
How can the Minister say the tax package was self-funding when the Treasury says it was $1 billion short over 4 years and when 2/3 of the money went to the top 1/3 of income earners?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the member is not correct in with those particular facts. The fact is this economy under the stewardship of the Labour Party became severely unbalanced. We set about reducing consumption and excessive housing speculation by increasing taxation on those activities and encouraging investment savings and exports by decreasing tax on those activities, and we believe that's in the best long-run interests of the economy.
The Honourable David Cunliffe.
Mr. Speaker, does the Minister stand by his statement in this House last Thursday that, quote, "the cost of the earthquake will essentially be borne by the government's balance sheet rather than cutting operational spending," or has that changed since the Prime Minister went on television on Sunday?
The Honourable Bill English.
No, Mr. Speaker, as I pointed out a number of times, the significant costs of the earthquake are being incurred as we speak. For instance, the government is spending probably up to $150 million in the current month just on welfare support. And there is no way we can make significant operational savings in the very short term to offset those costs. So we are going to be borrowing the upfront costs of the earthquake, and of course we need to get back to surplus quickly so that we can get on top of that rising debt.
Now you say so. Now.
Point of order, the Honourable John Boscawen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I seek leave to table a statement from the New Zealand Institute of Economic Research of the effect of the earthquake on New Zealand's growth.
Order. Is this a statement they've released or a statement from the media?
It's a statement that from the NZEIR, sir, released at 12 noon Monday of this week, the 21st of March.
Leave us sought to table that document. Is there any objection? There is no objection.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, the Honourable John Boscawen.
Mr. Speaker, I seek leave to table the statement from Westpac, also dated Monday the 21st of March, outlining the impact of the earthquake on the government's accounts and the GDP growth. Mr.
Leave us sought to table that document. Is there any objection? There is no objection. Point of order, the Honourable David Cunliffe.
I seek leave to table a transcript of Radio New Zealand 9 to 28 January 2000.
Order. We don't table transcripts, and I realise, I can see the House had some unease about the media releases of the Institute of Economic Research, but it was my judgment that the House should have the benefit of deciding whether it wanted those tabled. But we don't table transcripts of television or radio programs or press statements.